Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samuel Maduka Onyishi, the chairman of the board of directors of C&I Leasing Plc, and I will be personally chairing today's meeting. It's now 1 p.m. and I welcome you to the 31st annual general meeting of our company. Due to the restrictions on social gathering due to COVID-19 pandemic that is gradually easing, the company obtained the approval of the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, to have a proxy AGM. As a result, we have, in addition to the notice of the meeting, sent out proxy forms to all members of the company. The members have accordingly selected one out of the listed proxies to represent them and on their behalf do all they are supposed to do at the meeting. The filled proxy forms have been returned and are presently in the custody of the company's registrars, Codros Registrars Limited. In addition to me, the names of the proxies are as follows. Please, I encourage you to stand up and take a bow when you are called upon. Mr. Ugoji Lenin Ugoji. Chief Chukwuemeka Ando. Mr. Omotunde Alaolaifa. Mr. Babatunde Edu. He's online. Alhaji Sadiq Adamu is online too. Mrs. Florence Okoli. Mr. Tom Achoda, he's online. Mr. Oluyemi Abaolu Johnson. Comrade S.B. Adenrele. Mr. Fred Oduyemi. Mrs. Christy Vincent Owalaka.
Online.
She's online. Chief Clement Ikwebue. Chief Moses Iburude. Chief Timothy Adesian. Chief Alhaji Wasiu Adebayo. For the benefit of all our shareholders, this meeting is being streamed live, and the link to the meeting has also been circulated to shareholders and is also on the company's website to enable them to participate virtually. In addition to myself, we have all the directors of the company with me this morning, and I will enjoin them to stand and take a bow when called upon. Mr. Ugoji Lenin Ugoji. Mr. Chukwuemeka Ando. Mr. Omotunde Alaolaifa. Mr. Babatunde Edu, Alhaji Sadiq Adamu, Mrs. Florence Okoli, Mr. Tom Achoda, Mr. Olemi Abaolu Johnson. We also acknowledge the presence of Comrade S.B. Adenrele, the Chairman of the Audit Committee, and Mr. Fred Oduyemi, a shareholder representative of the Audit Committee. We equally have Mr. Mbanugo Udenze of Mbanugo Udenze and Company, the Company Secretary. Please also permit me to introduce our auditors and registrars present today at this meeting. Messrs. Banji Olaokun and Fatai Akande, representing PKF Professional Services, the outgoing external auditors. Messrs. Kanayo Echenna and Tayo Adeshina, representing Ernst & Young, the incoming external auditors. Our registrars, Cordros Registrars Limited, represented by Mrs. Bridget Bayo Ajay and her team. Let me also introduce some regulatory authorities present today at this meeting. Ms. Brenda Duke.
She's online.
She's online. Representing NGX Regulations Limited, who joined us virtually. Mr. Ibrahim Abu, representing the Securities and Exchange Commission, the representative of the Central Bank. He's on his way.
Virtually.
The virtual?
Yes.
Okay. The representative of the Central Bank of Nigeria is online. We equally acknowledge all our able shareholders who have joined the meeting physically and virtually. I call the attention of the members present to the register of shareholders of the company and the register of directors' shareholding, which is also available for inspection. We also call on your attention to the register of directors, attendance at meetings, which are also available for inspection. Quorum. The quorum for the annual general meeting of the company is 2/3 of the members of the company, present in person or by proxy. Information received from the registrar indicates that a number of 192 shareholders with 596,086,574 shares, representing 76.2% shareholding of the company, are present in person and by proxy at the commencement of this meeting. Based on this, a quorum has been formed and this meeting is deemed to be properly convened. The notice of this annual general meeting has been circulated to shareholders in accordance with the company's articles and the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. It was published in 2 national newspapers, the Guardian newspaper of 15th of August 2022 on page 23, and Business Day newspaper on 80th September 2022 on page 3. I hereby call on the Company Secretary to read the notice. Thank you, Mr. Udenze.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished shareholders, notice of the annual general meeting. Notice of the 31st annual general meeting of C&I Leasing Plc. Notice is hereby given that the 31st annual
plans with the procedure of a proxy meeting. The resolutions to be considered. Please note that at the proposal of any resolution by me, any member shall second each resolution put to the meeting before a vote is taken on it. Please, when called upon to speak, state your name before making your comments. Be audible enough so that the company secretary will be able to capture your comments. I will also add that we should try to be precise and go straight to the point as much as possible. I will have to read each resolution, and the registrar will present the results of the poll in accordance with the proxy meeting. The directors at their board of directors meeting held on the 29th day of July 2022 recommended the following resolutions, and I propose them as follows. Resolution number 1, laying of accounts. The first item on the agenda is to receive the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2021, together with the reports of the directors, independent auditors, and the audit committee thereon. The original accounts and copies, duly signed, are available at this meeting for verification. If you turn to pages 11 and 20 of the annual reports, you will find the chairman's statements and director's reports. And with your kind permission, I will take the reports as read. Thank you. I will now call upon Mr. Banji Olaokun, a representative of the company's auditors for the year 2021, PKF Professional Services, to read the reports of the auditors to members.
Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Chairman, distinguished directors of the company, and distinguished shareholders, regulatory authorities, and everyone present. Good afternoon. My name is Banji Olaokun, as introduced, and I'm with my colleague, Fatai Akande. We are from PKF Professional Services, the external auditor to C&I Leasing. Our report is on pages 46 down to 49 in the brochure we have been given. Before reading the report, let me just apologize for the oversight. The report that we have is signed, but somehow, maybe due to printing, the one that is printed and included in this brochure is not signed. I have the report as presented and submitted to the company here, which is duly signed. I need to just state that before going straight to the report. Thank you very much. I will also crave your indulgence to read the abridged report so that I don't bog us down for reading 4 to 5 pages. Thank you very much. Page 46. Independent Auditor's Report. To the shareholders of C&I Leasing Plc. Opinion. We have audited the accompanying consolidated financial statement of C&I Leasing Plc and its subsidiaries, that's together as the group, which comprise the consolidated statement of financial position as at 31st of December 2021, and the consolidated statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, consolidated statement of changes in equity, and consolidated statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and notes to the consolidated financial statement, including a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the accompanying consolidated financial statement presents fairly, in all material respects, the financial position of the group at 31st December 2021, and its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended, in accordance with the requirements of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act 2011, the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act 2020, and other relevant Central Bank of Nigeria circulars and guidelines. Basis of opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing ISAs. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility for the audit of the consolidated financial statement section of our report. We are independent of the group in accordance with the International Ethics Standard Board for Accounting Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, IESBA code, together with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the consolidated financial statement in Nigeria, and we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with these requirements and the ISBA code. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Page 49. Report on other legal and regulatory requirements. In accordance with the requirement of the 5th schedule of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, we confirm that 1, we have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. 2, proper books of account have been kept by the company insofar as it appears from our examination of those books. 3, the company's statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of accounts. In compliance with the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act 2020 and circulars issued by Central Bank of Nigeria, we confirm that 1, no contravention of the provisions of the Bank and Other Financial Institutions Act 2020 and Central Bank of Nigeria circulars was brought to our attention. 2, related party transactions and balances are disclosed in Note 52 of the Consolidated Financial Statement in compliance with Central Bank of Nigeria circular BSD/1/2004, signed on the 24th March 2022 by Benson Adejayan, FCA. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now call upon Comrade S.B. Adenrele, the Chairman of the Audit Committee, to read the report of the committee to the members.
Thank you, Vice Chairman.
You're welcome.
Distinguished shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, the Audit Committee report could be found on page 43 of the annual report, and I read as follows. Audit Committee report to the members of C&I Leasing Plc. In accordance with the statutory provisions of Section 404, subsection 1 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the members of the Audit Committee of C&I Leasing Plc report on the company's financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2021. We confirm that we examine the scope and planning of audit requirements, review the external auditors' management letters for the year ended 31st December 2021, together with the management response, which we consider satisfactory. We also ascertain that the accounting policies and reporting policies of the company for the period under review are in accordance with legal requirements and standard ethical practices. The external auditors confirmed that all necessary cooperation were received from management and that the audit of the company's account was carried out in an independent environment, and they have also given an unqualified audit report for the year ended 31st December 2021. Dated this day, 25th day of July 2022, signed by Christy Vincent O. Wanaka, FRC 2013/ICANN 222666 for the Audit Committee. Members of the Audit Committees can kindly stand up for recognition as I mentioned their name. Mr. Oluyemi Abaolu Johnson, representing the Director. Mr. Omotunde Alao Olaifa. Mr. Femi Oduyemi. Yes, Mrs. Christy Vincent joining us on online. And my humble self, Comrade Sulaiman Babatunde Adenrele. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade. Before I propose the reception of the accounts, I shall be pleased to invite any questions from the members of the reports, for the members on the reports and financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2021, together with the reports of the auditors thereon at this meeting. It will be of immense help if you refer to the page of the annual reports and accounts to which the questions relate. I have Mr. Ibrude Moses. Yeah.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, the board. Thank you, shareholders. The name is Ibrude Moses. Chair, I'm starting with commendation. When I say commendation, when we were about to start, you give us a reason why this AGM is held late. It's because of regulatory issues, and that you were able to resolve, the company was able to resolve it, and the AGM is holding today. We have to commend you also and management. But going to the account properly, if you look pages 138 through to 141, that is 38, 139, 140, 141, you will see clearly there that the company profit deep, about 30-something million. And if you look at it critically also, the item that caused it is clearly stated there. Finance costs for the group. Then when you go to the company, a loss, income tax, tax. Now, I want to find out, sir, what actually caused that crystallized up to that amount of money to what? To dip so much at the company level, a loss, and from 200-something million to 31. What actually happened? We need some explanation. And I hope that will not happen again. All the things that cause it, have we put mitigate control into places so that it will not happen again. If you look at that, value added tax there in pages 140, no, 138, 39, you will see that why management took 11%, is it the government or the final houses took about 44%, and there is nothing for the what? Those who contributed what? The same. Last year, no dividend. This year, no dividend. Sir, what is the way forward for dividend? Because if you look at your subsidiaries and all of them made profit. All of them. No matter how little it is. So, what is actually happening? So that, or what are the things you are putting in place in order for us to make sure going forward, dividends, so that dividends are paid. I hope the paymaster here, the registrar, are you not ready for payment?
We are, sir.
Correct. So you have heard it loud and clear, sir.
There's nothing to pay.
That is why I'm asking. The registrar is ready. The board, the management have to do their work, their part, to make sure that going forward, the registrar work will be done. I will receive something in our bank account. Then, the finance costs, what are we doing about it? We are doing a great business. which mounted a finance cost like this. What are we doing? How are we trying to mitigate against that? We have our own money. Can we do right? Can we do share? What are we doing? What is our plan? So we need to put some plan, and we want to hear from you. Again, I will commend the company for something. When you go to page 40, you will see some children smiling. And why are they smiling? It's because the company puts smile on their faces. It's a good one, sir. That you are giving scholarship to children is to say that you are ready to build human capacity. As one of your products get a job, it is only when you educate the young one and they grow very well that it will help to build the nation. Thank you very much for the opportunity that you have given me to be a proxy. Thank you very much for holding this AGM and continue to strive in a very hard economy. Thank you very much. The name once again is Igbude Moses. Thank you.
I want to introduce High Chief Roberts on red cap. Please, a hand of applause for you. Thank you, sir.
That is a very good observation.
Chief Robert Igwe, sir. High Chief Robert Igwe.
That's a very good observation,
yes,
by
sir.
Chairman.
Yeah, we are here to serve you. Yes, you have the floor. Thank you, sir.
Once again, my name is High Chief Ajie Robert Igwe, a shareholder of our company. Mr. Chairman, I don't want to waste our time much because of the place we came from is getting too far. Let me just go straight to the point. Let us start from page 10. On page 10, where we have what we call highlight of 2021 result. My friend who spoke before, Igbude Moses, has said it all. The only what I saw there, like he rightly said, was just profit after tax that we had just on the group of just 31.280 million naira, as against 321.238 million we had in the previous year. I don't want to repeat the question again because the main question is why did the profit go so low like that? Even the company said no profit. Rather, we had loss there. I don't want to repeat what he has said, but you have gotten the message. Now let's go straight to page 13. On page 13, which is part of the chairman's statement, board development, I want to say this, Mr. Chairman. The exit of our former group managing director and now replaced by Mr. Ugoji is a good one. But I want to say that to whom much is given, much is expected. Mr. Ugoji is present here. We want you to do your best to make sure that the shareholders who invested their hard-earned money in this company will have returns of their investment. Why I'm saying this is this. You don't know me, and many of you don't know me. But only very few of the board know me. People like him, Mr. Chukwemeka.
And myself too.
Yourself. Then,
who told you they don't know you? They all know you, sir. They know you as Mazi. When you are Mazi.
You see, why I'm saying this is this. When this company started in the early 90s, we are the people who started it. The company came up, thank you. The company came up with the private placement, and some of us participated in the offer. We brought in our own money that made the company to start moving from there in the early 90s. And I can tell you that these people who put up their hands, who knew me, that time knew what we did. I can tell you that we really appreciated this company that time, because in our shareholders association meetings, we were talking good of C&I Leasing. To be the base among all the companies, even those quoted in the stock exchange. And the company was doing very well, paying us between 40 and 50 kobo per share. And that time, the 50 kobo and the 40 kobo in the early 90s, today is even more than the 40 and 50 naira of today, telling you how good this company was at the early stage. But gradually, when the company was finally listed in the stock exchange, the company started showing us the other side of I don't know whether I will call it the other bad side, but to go to page 126. Well, on page 126, that is where we have share capital, authorized shares. Because if you fail to do that, and if nothing is done, if nothing is done on it before the end of this year, will attract a penalty. Like you earlier said now, section 124 has made it clear, of newcomer, has made it clear that unissued shares not utilized or made use of before the end of this year will attract penalty. And that is the reason why I am suggesting that since we are not giving shareholders anything in the name of dividend, if the board can decide, you can call extraordinary general meeting between now and December, and even if it is 1 for 10, you say, okay, let us give the shareholders 1 for 10 bonus. Whatever is left in the unissued shares can be cancelled. Then that means that you have now put in a smile on the faces of the shareholders, rather than just to do away with it like that. Because why I'm saying this is that I didn't see this in your report, nor did I see it in the agenda for the meeting, but something has to be done to the unissued shares before the end of this year to avoid the penalty. Mr. Chairman, let us also go to page 130. Are you with me, Chairman?
I'm listening.
Let us go to page 130.
I'm trying to assimilate the suggestion that you just made.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
we'll be thinking about that, but yeah, you are bringing a new angle to it.
Yes, well,
So it will be discussed.
Well, I'm saying it because I will be among the first people to put smile on the faces of shareholders, and then thank you for coming up with that bonus, the dividend you would have given us. In that case, we will all clap for you. And after that has been done, whatever is the balance of the unissued shares, we can now cancel it, so that the company will be free come next year, when the penalty will be issued, yes, against those companies that fail to. 138 to 140 is just about receivables. In the company side, we had over 12 billion naira. The group, we have over 12 billion naira, as you can see it in 138. If you go to page 140, you can see 7 billion naira, and as well as 12 billion naira. Mr. Chairman, a company that is trying to survive, you have been spending money, and you allow this kind of money to remain with our customers. I don't see any sense in it. Therefore, if you cannot get this money from our customers, call me. I'll go and collect the money for you. Then finally, before I drop my mic, I want to say that I didn't see anything in this report in the name of unclaimed dividend. I know that there's unclaimed dividend, and some shareholders have not gotten their dividend. So next time, put it in this page. Put all of them. Let us see how some of us can help those who haven't collected their dividend to be able to get it. Because by putting all of them here, publishing all their names, will enable us to help those who haven't got their own to get their dividend.
name is Timothy Adesina, the immediate past president of Nigerian Shareholders Solidarity Association, the foremost shareholder group in the country, led by late Talu of blessed memory. I thank the efforts of the directors of this company for keeping this company afloat despite all the challenges in the economy. I will not take much of your time, but I will just refer to certain pages that occurred to me in the presentation. On page 6, you mentioned something about unclaimed dividend and about dividend warrants. I want to correct this idea. There are no more dividend warrants being issued. It is always that you advise shareholders to fill their mandates, dividend mandates, provide their accounts, their bank account numbers, and details of their holdings, so that all unclaimed dividends will be reflected and they will be paid accordingly. And also, I would like to refer you to page 90 of this annual report, which refers to something on deposit for shares under Tier 2 capital. Deposits for shares of 1.975 billion naira. I don't know why this is still not yet issued. I don't know why we should still have shares, deposits for shares now, when we still have shares which we have not actually utilized, according to section 124 of CAMA, which should be either cancelled or issued as bonus shares, as requested by Chief Robert Igwe. I also want to refer to your services as a corporate responsibility to the situation, to the environment around you, and to say that we want to feel your presence more. We want to feel the presence of C&I Leasing more in the corporate social services area. And I will also advise, according to page 130 of this annual
report.
Annual general meeting report, I see item 45 there, which is administrative expenses, and the various kind of expenses you incurred there. The company has been prudent in their spending, but there are certain areas where the expenses escalate, where shareholders don't expect such escalation. Other administrative expenses, last year it was 49.7 million, and this year it is 91.7 million. Other administrative expenses. And also penalties. Penalties has gone haywire, as we paid the penalty of 32.8.
No. It's 1683.
168.
Yeah, 32.814 is rent, sir.
Okay.
It's rent, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. What levies and penalties
rose from 6 million to 24.1 million.
24.1, yes.
24.18 from 6 million to 24.185. We want you to please watch whatever the board is that is eating deep into our finances to take this kind of income from us while the shareholders are not receiving anything. The other
Yes, sir, I think you are right. The gap here is too sharp, which means there may be a case of booking of expenses on wrong headings.
Okay.
Because if you look at various headings here, you can see that the margin is too sharp.
Okay.
So they have to really examine this to be sure that all the expenses are going to where they belong.
Okay.
Instead of some dropping so sharp and then others rising so sharp. So
And
it's not.
okay,
You are correct, sir.
And at this point, I will at this juncture, I have to praise the effort of no company hires our fleet that does not enjoy your services beyond of this company. And I want you to continue to encourage them. At this point, I will advise you further to please adhere to the remarks which Chief Robert Igwe has made concerning Section 124 of to use this as bonus for shareholders rather than the people who don't have one kobo in our cover to take advantage of us. Thank you. God bless you all, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So most of the receivables we have do still come in within the time frame as expected. But management is putting more and more eyes in terms of that, especially with regards to the receivables from the oil majors who pay us for utilization of our vessels. With regards to the issue of vehicle management, we totally agree with what Engineer Anizoba said, and management has the board has actually made some critical, will I say, introductions to that, and I think that's what has led to the introduction of some new management staff with regards to have focus on the operational efficiency of the fleet management business that we maintain. So I believe that in the coming financial year, we will see improvements in those areas in terms of our vehicle management. With regards to the issue of taxes, I would like maybe the CFO to address those issues with regards to what led to that significant rise in 2021 with regards to the issue of taxes. Okay, okay. Okay, well, with regards to that, it just had to do with back duty taxes, with regards to a special audit that was done on the company, and this transcended 8 years. So that's why we had such a massive jump from 168 million to 561 million. So it was a special circumstance. So we don't expect that in 2022. So we would like to assure the shareholders that we will be able to manage that more efficiently. In terms of future prospects, 2022 has been quite a challenging year. I think all of us, I think the High Chief mentioned it very adequately.
No, I mean 2022. We're looking at the future now. Sorry, yes. We're looking at the future now. We're saying that 2022 has been a very tough year, and I think High Chief Roberts actually elucidated that very well. Prices have escalated astronomically. In order to buy the same assets that we utilize in our fleet management business has been very challenging. The company has focused primarily on operational efficiency because we feel that is the most expedient way right now to manage shareholders' wealth and value. We expect 2022 to be better than 2021 because of some of these initiatives. While we also still look forward to how things would change in the succeeding year in terms of Nigeria is entering an election year, serious critical major investments may be pushed to that year. So we do think that the future prospects for your company are bright, and we believe that in the subsequent year we will be able to pay dividend to the shareholders for what the risk they have taken on the company. So we want to ask for your cooperation, and we want to thank you for always supporting C&I Leasing Plc. Thank you.
What I want to say is this. If really the issue of unissued shares can still take place or the board can consider it, let us at this meeting approve the issuance of that bonus. It's like we have approved it. So when you are going to the regulatory authority to get the formal approval, it will now look like the shareholders have given you go ahead. When you now go to the authority to get the approval, it will not take you to call shareholders. All you need to do is to call extraordinary general meeting to get this thing approved by the shareholders, and you go ahead with the whole thing. So that all these things has to be done on or before the last day of December 2022 to avoid the penalty. So please look at that area. If that is considered, let us give it approval at this AGM before you go to the regulatory authority to get approval. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. We take note of what you've said. That's a good advice, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, you can return the mic. Return the mic here. Okay, we have the coordinator of ISAN, most senior evangelist Mojola. ISAN is Independent Shareholders Association of Nigeria. And Mr. Robert Ibekwe. Yeah, you are welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Having addressed these questions as we are raised by shareholders, I now propose that the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2021, together with the reports of the directors, independent auditors, and audit committee thereon be and hereby received. Can any member second the resolution? Yeah.
Okay. The name is Prince Dr. Anthony Omoni Omojola. I do second that motion. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. May I call on the registrar to present the results of the poll?
Need the registry permanent because you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, distinguished shareholders. With a total of 217 votes that we received, The resolution is carried for, the resolution was voted in favor of, shareholders voted in favor of the resolution with a total of 221 million 500 and, with a total of 500 and, I'm so sorry, with a total of 596,236,459 shares, representing 100% votes for the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 2, re-election and election of directors. In accordance with the provisions of Section 285 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, 1/3 of the directors of the company are to retire by rotation and, being eligible, may offer themselves for re-election. The directors for re-election are Mr. Omotunde Alao Olaifa and Mr. Babatunde Edu. I propose.
Chairman, sorry. Can we see them?
Okay.
Let us know whom we are electing.
Okay.
Hello, sir. It's online.
Mr. Babatunde Edu is online. Okay. Yeah. And he's out of the country anyway.
It has to be one by one.
He has to be one by one?
Yes.
Okay.
The election can go one by one.
All right, sir. Okay. I therefore propose that Mr. Omotunde Alao Olaifa, retiring by rotation and being eligible and offering himself for re-election, be and is hereby re-elected as the director of the company. Will a member please second the resolution?
I so second, Mr. Chairman. My name is Chief Timothy Adesina. I so second.
Thank you, Chief Timothy. May I call on the registrar to present the result of the poll?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We received a total of 200.
Point of correction, please. Sorry, not correction, observation. When it has been seconded, you have to put it into vote. Those in favor and those against.
With due respect to High Chief, this is a proxy meeting, and your votes have been taken already. So let's be guided by some of these things.
Thank you, sir.
We received a total of 217 votes, representing 596,236,459 units of shares, and they all voted in favor of the resolution. Nobody voted against or anyone abstained. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried. I also propose that Mr. Babatunde Edu, retiring by rotation and being eligible and offering himself for re-election, be and is hereby re-elected as a director of the company. Will a member please second the resolution? The man behind.
Thank you very much, our chairman, Ibekwe Roberts Adenoba. I stand to second that motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Registrar, please present the result of the poll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We received a total of 217 votes, representing 596,236,459 units of shares. 100% of the shareholders voted in favor of the resolution. No one voted against or abstained from the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you. I now declare the resolution carried. Pursuant to Section 274 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the Board of Directors shall have the power to appoint new directors to fill any casual vacancy arising out of death, resignation, retirement, or removal of a director. I now propose that the appointment of Mr. Ugoji Lenin Ugoji as the Group Managing Director, CEO of the company to replace the retired GMD CEO, Mr. Andrew Otike Odibi, with effect from 1st January 2022, be and is hereby approved. Will a member please second the resolution? Okay.
I, High Chief Ajie Robert Igbe, second the motion.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. May I call on the registrar to present the result of the poll?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. A total of 217 votes were received, representing 596,236,459 units of shares. 100% voted in favor of this resolution. Nobody voted against, and no one abstained. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 3, appointment of external auditors. The next business of the day is to ratify the appointment of Ernst & Young as the external auditors to the company from the date of this annual general meeting to the date of the 2022 annual general meeting. I now propose that the appointment of Ernst & Young be and is hereby ratified by the AGM, and they are hereby appointed as the auditors to the company from the year ending 31st December 2022. May I call upon a member to second the resolution?
I, Chief Timothy Adesina, so second, but with a caveat that the incoming auditors should please look very well into our books and give us the kind of cooperation which we have enjoyed from Mr. PKF and Co. Thank you very much.
All right. Mrs. Ernst & Young, you heard our senior citizen, so you must be ready to satisfy the shareholders by making sure that you do your job properly. Thank you, sir. May I call upon the registrar to present the results of the poll?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We received a total of 217 votes, representing 596,236,459 units of shares. 100% of the votes received voted in favor of the resolution. No one voted against, and no one abstained. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Registrar. I now declare the resolution carried. Resolution number 4, remuneration of auditors. The next business of the day is to authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors appointed in accordance with S408 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 for the 2022 financial year. I now propose that the directors be and are hereby authorized to fix the remuneration of the auditors for the year ending 31st December 2022. May I call upon a member to second the resolution? Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I, Alhaji Wasiu Adibayo, hereby second that motion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Alhaji. May I call upon the registrar to present the results of the poll?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We received a total of 217 votes, representing 596,236,459 units of shares. 100% of these votes voted in favor of the resolution. No one voted against, and we don't have anyone abstaining. Thank you.
Thank you. I now declare the resolution carried. The fifth item on the agenda is the election of members of the Audit Committee. Section 404 of the Companies and Allied Matter Act 2020 mandates public companies to establish an audit committee to ascertain whether the accounting and reporting policies of the company are in accordance with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices. This committee shall examine the auditor's report and make recommendations thereon to the annual general meeting as it thinks fit. The law requires that an election must be carried out subject to a maximum number of 5 members to the committee. The law also requires that any shareholder may nominate another shareholder to be elected a member of the committee by giving notice in writing of such nomination of the company secretary at least 21 days before the date of the annual general meeting. The board has approved that the following directors should serve on the audit committee for the ensuing year accordingly. A. Mr. Omotunde Alaolaifa. B. Mr. Oluyemi Peter Abaolu Johnson. I will now request the company secretary to announce the shareholders nominated for election to membership of the audit committee.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished shareholders, we have only 3 nominations. One is Comrade Suleiman Aderinle was nominated by Adesina Tajudun Imram. Number 2, Mr. Frederick Olufemi Oduyemi, nominated by Matthew Akinlade. The third is Mrs. Christy Vincent Uwalaka, nominated by Ibrude O. Moses. These are the only nominations we have. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Since there are only 3 nominations for the shareholder members of the audit committee, there shall be no need for an election, since we require 3 members from the shareholders. Therefore, Mr. Suleiman B. Adenrele, Mr. Fred Olufemi Oduyemi, and Mrs. Christy Vincent Uwalaka are hereby elected as shareholder members of the audit committee for the year ending December 2022. Resolution 6. To disclose, okay.
Ibekwe remains my name, sir. Since there is no election, of course, it's a wonderful thing, okay, but you have to constitute the committee by mentioning the names of the 5 and the 3, and of course, there should be a resolution to that, and we support. Is that not okay?
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for reminding me. I hereby call on Mr. Omotunde Alaolaifa, Mr. Oluyemi Femi Peter Abaolu Johnson, Mr. Frederick Olufemi Oluyemi, Mr. Christy Vincent Uwalaka, and Mr. Suleiman B. Adenrele as representatives of the board, and then the shareholders as members of the audit committee for the year 2022 to 2023. Thank you. All right. Okay. So since you have seconded the motion, do we still have to declare it carried? Yes. Okay. So I now declare the resolution carried. All right. Okay. All right. In compliance with section 238 and 257 of CAMA 2020, the company makes disclosure of the remuneration paid to its directors to include that which is stated on page 132 of the annual report. I now propose that the remuneration of managers of the company, as stated in page 132 of the annual report, be and is hereby adopted by the company. May I have a seconder to the motion? For information? Okay. Okay, because the entire report has been adopted. Is that correct? And it's part for information. All right. So above for information, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the formal business of today's meeting. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank you all for attending the 2021 Annual General Meeting and for continuously supporting the company. I now declare the meeting closed. May God bless you. I would like to, we started with the national anthem, so I want us to close with a closing prayer. And from the oldest man here, so that fatherly blessings will follow us for another 1 year. So if you know you are the oldest man or oldest woman, then you will lead us in a prayer. Yeah. There is no voting on this, so no voting here. No. If they don't know the oldest man, I will help them to identify the oldest man. That's why I'm chairman. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh Lord, we thank you for bringing us together to deliberate on the way forward on our company C&I Leasing Plc. We thank you for the guidance you have put on us throughout since the beginning of the meeting, and we are praying that your guidance and protection shall be on all the directors, all the stakeholders, and all our workers. We are praying that the next year and all our future endeavors shall be crowned by your favors. We pray that this company will continue to grow from strength to strength, and that the powers of the evil shall never prevail over us.
Amen.
These and other things we ask for in the name of our Redeemer, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.